Good afternoon, welcome to VANIK-IAS. We'll discuss current affairs of March 27. First is regarding environmental science, that is biotransformation technology. So, what is biotransformation technology? A UK-based startup based on Imperial College of London claims they have developed technology that could alter the state of plastics and make them biodegradable. Right? This may alter the state of plastics and make them biodegradable. The company called the process called as biotransformation. The process is called as biotransformation technology. Okay. The company calls the process biotransformation. It claims the technology would digest the plastic packaging waste naturally with the help of microbes and biodegrade the waste without leaving behind the microplastics. So it will even it will biodegrade the microplastics. E-commerce brand Amazon generated estimated 321 million kilograms of plastics from packaging waste in 2021 alone. 321 million kilograms of plastic packaging waste, right? Only that is created by Amazon in packaging. As a result of billions of boxes it shipped to its customers globally, according to December 2022 report Oceania, Ocean Advocacy Group notes that that is enough plastic to circle the earth over 800 times as air pillows, right? 800 times as air pillows. So this much of plastic that is generated by Amazon alone is sufficient to cover the whole earth. So it's a very huge quantity. Then how we can this address the issues of plastic waste? So this is a one type of solution, that is biotransformation technology. And biotransformation technology, it claims that it will make the plastic biodegradable. That is, it will be degraded. Even it will eat the bacteria or the microbes. The microbes will, even if they will destroy the microplastics, because microplastics is a big problem. It is present everywhere. The amount of microplastics that is present in our food or in our water, drinking water, is much more than the prescribed, much more than the prescribed norms of WHO. It is microplastics is now even present in it is even present in the higher Himalayas and in the deep oceans. So everywhere they are present. Okay. Next, what is biotransformation technology? Biotransformation technology is a novel approach to ensure plastics that escape refuse streams are processed efficiently and broken down. The technology co-developed by Imperial College of London and Britain-based startup, that is Polymateria. So they are efficiently breaking down the plastic. Plastic made using this technology are given pre-programmed time during which manufactured material looks and feels like conventional plastics without compromising on the quality. Right. On the once the product expires, it is exposed to an external environment. It self-destructs and biotransforms into bioavailable wax. This wax is then consumed by microorganisms, converting waste into water, carbon dioxide, and biomass. So that will transfer into bioavailable wax. Right. First, the plastic is converted into bioavailable wax. Then it is consumed by microorganisms. According to the CEO of Polymateria, this biotransformation technology is the world's first that ensures polyolefins fully biodegradable and in an open environment causing no microplastics. Right. So it is they have the world that it says that there will be no microplastics after the mm, that will complete eradication microplastics, because rather than plastic, microplastic has become a big concern. So it this claims that even the microplastics will be decomposed by the microbes, that is by biotransformation technology. Why do you need it? According to World India's Environment Ministry, the country is generating 3.5 billion kgs of plastic weight. 3.5 billion kg of plastic weight annually. And the per capita plastic waste generation has also doubled in the past 5 years. Of this, third comes from packaging waste. One third come from packaging of various goods. In 2019, plastic packaging waste from e-commerce firms was initiated at over a billion kilograms worldwide. E-commerce platforms, especially this Flipkart, Amazon, as they use in their packaging, huge amount of plastics are used. A joint research project by Department of Management Studies (IIT Delhi) and Sea Movement noted that Amazon generated nearly 210 million kgs of plastic from packaging waste in 2019. So it's a huge amount. 210 million kgs of plastic waste is a huge amount that is only generated by Amazon. It is also estimated that 10 million kgs of Amazon plastic packaging ended up in the world's freshwater and marine ecosystem as pollution in the same year. They also ended up in the marine ecosystem. However, Amazon India has now eliminated the single-use plastic across its fulfillment centers. Flipkart has also done the same in 2021 across its supply chain. Right. So Amazon and Flipkart now they are staying away from. Now they have changed their policies and their packaging material. They are giving the packaging material in some like cardboard types. Right. They are not using single-use plastic anymore. But still, in various packaging things, you can, in so far as food is concerned, we are now witnessing aluminum foils, and in sometimes single-use plastics like polythenes are also being used. Where this can, where can this technology be used? Food packaging and health industries are the two primes to food packaging. One of the most is food packaging and healthcare industries. They use the technology to reduce um, two prime sector that could use this technology, because in these cases they are these are the sectors which are producing huge amount of plastic waste. The increase in cost is relatively small compared to conventional plastic. Cost is relatively small compared to conventional plastic that does not contain this technology. So next is this being used in India? Some well-known Indian firms, food and packaging industry deploy such technologies within healthcare and pharma industries. The technology provides biodegradable solution to non-woven hygiene products like diapers and sanitary napkins and facial pads. They are biodegradable, right? They are the biodegradable things. Are you heading in the right direction? The Indian government has run multiple initiatives to move country forward to sustainability. They introduced plastic waste management gazette to help tackle the ever-growing plastic pollution caused by single-use plastic. So they have introduced a plastic waste management gadget. In 2022, Indian government imposed a ban on single-use plastic to bring a stop its use in the country, but it is still highly prevalent in every area that we are seeing single-use plastics. Right. The National Dashboard on Elimination of Single-Use Plastic and Plastic Waste Management brings all stakeholders together to track the progress made in eliminating single-use plastic. To track the progress made in eliminating single-use plastic, effectively managing such waste. So there is a national board dashboard of elimination single-use plastic. So they are taking all stakeholders together and progress made in eliminating single-use plastic and effectively managing such waste. And extended producer responsibility. This is a new term, extended producer responsibility (EPR). That means if you are producing the plastic waste, you will be held accountable for the recollection. For example, traceability and facilitating is compliance reporting related to EPR obligations. For example, a particular company, for example, Samsung suppose is producing a Samsung is producing a washing machine, and in its packaging it is giving and it is a responsibility. Suppose after 10 years that washing machine becomes dysfunctional. So in that case, in that case, Samsung, in that case, Samsung has the responsibility to collect the e-waste after 10 years. That is the responsibility of Samsung. India has also developed a mobile application, CPCB grievance redressal application, CPCB, that is Central Pollution Control Board grievance redressal application to report single-use plastic grievances, to check sale, usage and manufacturing of single-use plastic area, right? To check uses and manufacturing of single-use plastic in their area. So there are steps taken by the central government to address the issues of single-use plastic. Next, what are the alternatives to reduce plastic waste? A switch to jute and paper-based packaging. Jute or paper-based packaging could potentially cut down the plastic waste. This could also build sustainability within the paper industry. Right, paper industry will also grow by that. To save the import bill of the ethylene solution, they're importing huge amount of ethylene. The wooden packaging is yet another alternative. Wooden packaging, but that will make packaging bulkier and increase the cost. The government of Tamil Nadu, Chennai, organizing national expo and conference startups to raise awareness alternative to single-use plastics. The alternative showcase were made using coir, baggage, rice, wheat bran, plant agricultural residue, banana and erica leaves, jute and cloth. So these are the alternatives to single-use plastics and this can be used. But the most important thing is enforcement. Enforcement has been weak. According to government data presented to Parliamentary Standing Committee on Social Justice and Empowerment, Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment was only able to spend 1% of the money allocated to. This is a problem, right? Okay, next is PM SOC scheme. What is this PM SOC scheme? Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment has spent 1% of money allocated to pre-matric scholarship program for students of scheduled caste and other groups. Less than half of the money is allocated to post-matric scheduled caste students. The House plan noted that December 31, just a little over 2% more than 1500 crore allocation has been spent under PM Jasasvi scheme, which offer pre and post matric scholarship benefits to other backward classes, OBC, extreme backward classes, and denotified tribes. Right? So SCs and STs they are given pre matric and post matric scholarship under PM Jasasvi scheme. But the problem is that hardly 1% of the money is spent in this regard. The committee also noticed that the authority noticed that of the authorized 5,660 crore for December 2021, the government has only able to spend 2,500 crores on the post matric scholarship for ST students. At the same time, just 56 lakhs of the 500 crores allocated were spent on the pre matric scholarship. Out of 500 crores, only 56 lakhs is spent for SC students and others. The panel highlighted that low expenditure in the SC student programs as a result of delays brought by new disbursement system. They The reason is what is the reason of delay? It is because they have brought a new disbursement system for centrally sponsored program. Centrally sponsored program means those programs in which central government has central government and state government both are jointly conducting the implementing the program. That is centrally sponsored. When it is only when the only center releases the fund, it is centrally sector scheme. Even though the union government fully supports PMSOC initiative, it likewise saw low use, right? PMSOC scheme, so it was in news just because there is low implementation. It provides pre-matric and post-matric scholarship to students. Okay, Ministry of Social Justice Empowerment offers scholarship to meritorious students under the PMSOC scheme. This program is open to deserving students from class 9 through class 12 who belong to underprivileged group. To be eligible for PM Associate Scheme program, a student must fall under the following categories: OBC, denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic, economically backward classes. The candidate's guardians or parents' income must be less than 2.5 lakhs per year to qualify the scholarship. Right. So, who are the eligible persons? Class 9 to class 12, who belongs to underprivileged group. Their family income should be less than 2.5 lakhs. They must be notified and denotified, nomadic and semi-nomadic tribes, the DNT tribes, and economical backward classes as well. They will get the scholarship. The class 9 and class 10 students will receive 75,000 annually under this program. The class 11 and class 12 students will receive 1,25,000 annually. 75,000 annually will be given to class 9 and class 10 students, and class 11 and class 12 students will receive 1,25,000 annually PM Associate scheme. Students will be chosen from the further scholarship based on the performance of national testing agencies associate entrance exam. The entrance exam is held on computer based CBT mode. There will be entrance exam, and based on that they will get the scholarship in computer based exam, and they will be given a scholarship of 75,000. Vedic Heritage Portal. There is a Vedic Heritage Portal. Inaugurating the Vedic Heritage Portal created by Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, IGNCA, New Delhi. The Union Minister of Home Affairs said that with the help of this, the younger generation would be able to carry forward the knowledge and tradition of Vedas and Upanishads. So, Vedic Heritage Portal, it is created by Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts in New Delhi, right? To carry forward the knowledge and tradition of Vedas and Upanishads. He also inaugurated a virtual museum, that is Kala Vaibhav. Kala Vaibhav. It is built by Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, IGNCA. It has inaugurated a virtual museum that is called as Kala Vaibhav. Vedic Heritage Portal and Virtual Museum Kala Vaibhav built by Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, IGNCA. Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. The portal aims to communicate messages enshrined in the Vedas. It will help common people to have general understanding about Vedas. The portal will be one-stop solution for the user who would like to search any information regarding Vedic heritage. The portal will be one-stop solution for user who would like to search any information regarding Vedic heritage. Okay. So regarding Vedic heritage, many information will be, youngsters will get so many information. Any information they will get by Vedic Heritage Portal. The audio visual recording of 4 Vedas have been uploaded in the Vedic Heritage Portal. The portal has over 18,000 mantras of 4 Vedas with a duration of 550 hours. 18,000 mantras of 4 Vedas with a duration of 550 hours. Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts (IGNCA). Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts was established in 1987, an autonomous institution under Ministry of Culture, as a center for research, academic pursuit, and dissemination in the field of arts. IGNCA has a trust, that is Board of Trustees, which meets regularly to give general direction about the center's work. The executive committee, drawn from among the trustees, functions under a chairman. There is a chairman and their board of trustees, and this is implemented. Project MOSAM, a Ministry of Culture project to implement the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts, new nodal coordinating agency with the support of Archaeological Survey of India, National Museum associate bodies. So Project MOSAM is launched by Ministry of Culture. Okay. So Indira Gandhi National Center of Arts (IGNCT) was established in 1987 as an autonomous institution under Ministry of Culture. Ministry of Culture. Next is Earth Ganga project. What is Earth Ganga project? Earth Ganga is a sustainable viable economic model conceptualized under Namami Gange program to integrate people in the basin of Ganga rejuvenation. In the basin of Ganga rejuvenation. That is Earth Ganga project. Economical model, viable economic model conceptualized under Namami Gange program. Okay. Next, the government is focusing on 6 pillars under Earth Ganga: zero budget natural farming, which encourages the use of cow dung as fertilizer through the Govardhan scheme, and chemical free farming for 10 km, fasting zero budget natural farming, that is ZBNF, zero budget natural farming, that use of cow dung as fertilizers through Govardhan initiative, and chemical free farming for 10 km on either side of the river, right? Earth Ganga. Monetization and reuse of sludge and wastewater intends to reuse the treated water in agriculture, commerce, and regeneration of caste and urban local bodies by creating haats where local may sell commodities, medications, Ayurveda, right? Haats. So local markets, Ayurveda, Earth Ganga would also support people to generate income. So different fasting is zero waste natural farming. Next is reuse of the wastewater. Third is selling of commodities, that is the medications, Ayurveda in the local area. That is Earth Ganga. So it will ensure economic viability in those areas within 10 km of Ganga river. To improve popular engagement by strengthening the relationship between many river stakeholders. So river stakeholders means those who are associated with the river. To boost the cultural identity and tourism of Ganga and its surrounding via boat tourism, adventure activities, and yoga programs. To aid in infrastructure reforms by bolstering local authorities for improved water governance. So, so it will promote tourism. It will promote relationship with many. It will improve the relationship with the stakeholders, and also it will develop infrastructure by bolstering local authorities and improve water governance in those areas. Then another additional project, one is Jalaj project. Jalaj project, it was introduced in 26 locations in the mainstream states of Ganga basin, establishing small business. Jalaj project, floating mobile center to encourage livelihood on the banks of river Ganga. Floating mobile center. Sahakar Ganga Grams. Agreement between NMCG and Sahakar Bharati aims to designate 75 villages in the 5 states as Sahakar Ganga Grams to encourage natural farming and easier and it is easier to market natural farming organic product under Ganga brand. So they will produce Ganga brand and they will use natural products. Why Sahakar Ganga grams and they use Ganga brand natural fertilizers? The thing is that from agriculture runoffs they come and they mix with uh, the rivers and they create problem. Am Avatar tourism related web page aims to improve livelihood prospects throughout the Ganga basin by facilitating travel, marketing regional goods, and preserving ghats and other assets fueled by NMCG. Other assets fueled by NMCG. New Development Bank. Former Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff has been unanimously elected as the head of the New Development Bank. Dilma Rousseff, Brazilian President, head of the New Development Bank (NDB). It is a multilateral development bank operated by big states Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. BRICS, Shanghai, China is the headquarter. BRICS was established. It was established. It was established. BRICS Bank was established. BRICS Bank was established in 2014 in the sixth BRICS summit as fertilizer summit in the fertilizer summit, right? In 2014, and it was agreed in 2013. New members, new bank members are open to members of the United Nations. Bangladesh, UAE joined. So Bangladesh and UAE joined as new members in 2021. Like other members are Egypt and Uruguay are prospective members. Prospective members are listed herein have been arbitrated by NDB's board by governors and will officially become member country once they deposit the instrument of accession. Instrument of accession means the document that they are joining a particular organization. Aim and object foster greater financial development cooperation, mobilize resources for infrastructure, sustainable development projects in BRICS and other emerging economies. Voting method. The initial subscribed capital is voting method. The initial subscribed capital 100 billion was equally distributed among the founding members. Number of shares to be initially subscribed by other members shall be determined by the board of governors by special majority on the occasion of the acceptance of the accession. None of the countries has veto power. In 2018, NDB received observer status in the United Nations General Assembly. New Development Bank received observer status in the United Nations UNG. UNGA, it has this NDB received observer status. So it is initial subscribed capital is 100 billion, equal distributed among all the founding members. Founding members are the India and Brazil, China, South Africa, right, and Russia. They have all what they have placed around. They have placed 100 billion. Okay. How NDB is different from AIIB? AIIB has 57 countries, predominantly in Asia Pacific region, where NDB has 5 BRICS countries. AIB has 57 countries and NDB has 5 BRICS countries, and it is in Asia Pacific region. and NDB is predominantly in BRICS among BRICS countries. Decision making in NDB is more democratic. Each member has one vote, and decisions are taken simply voting method. Whereas voting shares in AIBB is based on size of each member's country's economy. In AIIB, Asian Investment Infrastructure Bank, it is the size of economy. Based on that, the voting shares is there. Not on the basis not on the basis of contribution to the bank authorized capital and how much money a particular bank has contributed to AIBB. That is not the basis. India and Russia are the three largest shareholders. In AIIB, China is the largest stakeholder, 26.661% voting shares, followed by India 7.6, Russia 6.1, and Germany 4.2. They are the largest shareholders of AIIB, that is Asian Investment Infrastructure Bank, established in 2016. Okay. Then Parvatmala project. What is Parvatmala project? Parvatmala project. The detailed feasibility of studies complete 8 projects implementation of ropeway. It is the ropeway. Ropeway means in hilly areas, road construction is very difficult. How will construct a road? It is very difficult. That's why ropeways will be the better option. Ropeways. In case of Parvatmala, ropeways is better option. Okay. The National Ropeway Development Program is also known as Parvatmala. Parvatmala means garlanding mountains. The project aims to decongest mountainous areas where road and train connectivity cannot upgrade beyond a limit. Especially in the mountain areas, there will be ropeways construction. Ropeway construction do not require any land acquisition, so there is no problem with land acquisition. It is so it is less price as well. Ropeway construction expenditure. 30 priority points or stretches will be constructed under phase 1 of the projects. Parvatmala project was announced in 2022-23 Union Budget. Parvatmala will construct ropeways in mountainous terrains of India under public-private partnership (PPP) mode. Right, in every infrastructure development, we are focusing on PPP mode so that there will be high efficiency. Nodal Ministry of Road Transport and Highways undertake the project. It is Parvatmala schemes, especially in the Himalayan states, it will be used. The ministry will oversee all the affairs related to ropeway construction, research, policy making. Ropeway construction, research, and policy making. Implementing agency. The National Highways Logistics Management Limited (NHLML) has been awarded the ministry to implement the project. NM, NM, NHLML is 100% owned by SPV, that is Special Purpose Vehicle of National Highway Authority of India. Special Purpose Vehicle means a new new organization that is created by the joint of two and three private partners. They will complete a particular project, that is special purpose vehicle. So advantages, what are the advantages? Economical mode of transportation. It will be easy. Investment are less. Faster mode of transportation. Environmentally friendly. Last mile connectivity. Everywhere can be connected. To top rope can be connected. Anywhere it can be connected. Ability to handle large slopes. Ideal for hilly and difficult terrain. Low footprint. Low land use. Right. Land use is very less. So it is very efficient. Development is owe a historic responsibility to climate change. The light of the statement discuss the concept of climate reparation and climate justice, highlighting the recent developments. Why developed countries are responsible for the climate change? Particularly, you have to explain things. How developed countries are responsibility as historically responsible for climate change because industrialization started in the developed countries. Even today, their per capita expenditure per capita use of energy is much higher than per capita use of energy is much higher. So climate justice is a concept that addresses the just division, fair sharing, and equitable distribution of benefits and burdens arising out of climate change. Even FCCC also acknowledged and embraced the principle of climate justice. For example, the rich nations would reduce the emissions while the developing countries would receive help in the form of financial and clean technology. Equitable distribution of benefits and burden arising from climate change. So whatever burden everybody has to, based on their capacity, they must contribute. UNFCCC acknowledges the embrace principle of climate justice. At rich nations, they will pay more than the developing countries. The principle of common but differentiated responsibility of UNFCCC. Common but differentiated responsibility is developed during the time of Kyoto Protocol, right? That means rich country will pay more and the developing countries, the poor countries, they will pay less for two reasons. First thing is that developed countries have contributed more emissions. That's right. That is the reason why they must pay more to the United Nations. Second reason is that uh, the developing country, and another thing is that developing countries have less resources at present. They cannot spend huge amount of money in case of climate change. For example, US released around 500 gigatons of CO2 in 1858, representing the 20% of global and total of these historical emissions. Didn't include the overseas emission under colonial law. So US has released huge amount of carbon dioxide since 1850. Right? Even today, the per capita energy consumption by Indian is one fifth of the European countries, developed countries. So the calls of climate reparations and climate justice as a new climate activist at COP26 have given much needed push to these calls. Okay. The concept of climate justice is intrinsically linked with that of climate reparations. Climate reparations calls for finances to be provided to global north and global south as means to address historical responsibility in the global north towards the climate change. So climate justice, this will give reparations. Reparations means the developed countries will pay money or technology to the developing countries to address the climate change because they are the countries who are responsible for the climate issues. However, these calls have suffered from following shortcomings. In 2009 COP15, developed countries pledged 100 billion per year on climate financing. However, they barely live up to the pledge. At COP16, establishment of new fund for loss damage was rejected in the final agreement of Glasgow Climate Pact. In our signature loss damage commitment, COP27 remains unclear how the loss and damage fund will be financed. Okay. The problem with the climate summit is that nobody agreed to give money to the developing countries. That is the big problem. Who will give money? The climate pledge means developed countries will give money to developing countries to fight the climate change. They will also make technology transfer, but nobody is really interested. Huge amount of money is not given. Very few amount of money is generated for the developing countries. However, their calls have been made with the following changes: irresponsibility. Developed countries have been showing resistance to climate change. Right? So there is irresponsibility. They are not taking lobby of industrialists. Industrialists are making lobbies. They are especially they do not want to take quick transition to renewable, right? Renewable energy based things because they will lost. For example, there is a big company. For example, there is uh, suppose there is Toyota company and it has a base of earlier it has a set of vehicles manufacturing that is based on the fossil fuel. Now suddenly when they transfer to electric vehicle, then they require new infrastructures. That is the problem. Lack of implementation of climate pacts. Article 6 of Paris deal that calls establishment of international carbon markets has not been implemented by both letter and spirit. The concept of climate justice and climate liberation makes issue climate change an ethical and political one rather than the one that is purely environmental in nature. Both these concepts focus on humanizing the impact of climate change. Okay, so this is about the question. Next we will see new development set up by Asia Pacific region. Asia set up by Asia Pacific region economic cooperation. No, it is set up by BRICS based on Shanghai. No, it is also wrong. AI NDB New Development Bank. It is established by the BRICS Bank. I'm sorry. It is Shanghai is the headquarter of New Development Bank. It is right. Shanghai is the headquarter of New Development Bank. But and your headquarter of AIIB, that is Asian Investment Infrastructure Bank. It is Beijing. Beijing is the headquarter of AIIB, and in case of ADB, it is Shanghai. So two only is correct. Okay. Earth Ganga. Earth Ganga focuses on sustainable development of Ganga and surrounding areas by focusing on economic activities related to the river. Yes, this is right. Under Earth Ganga, government is working on 6 verticals which include zero budget natural farming, 10 km either side of river, promotion of cow dung, fertilizers through Govardhan scheme. Yes, both the statements are correct regarding Earth Ganga project. Under Namami Ganga project, okay. Who will be the Which of the following is the beneficiary of PM Yashasvi scheme? OBC students, economic constitution, denotified, nomadic, all of them are right. PM Yashasvi scheme the that promises PM Yashasvi scheme promises pre-matric and post-matric scholarship to these students. Vedic Heritage Portal. It is a one-stop solution for the user who used to search information regarding Vedic heritage. It has been created. Vedic heritage by Union Ministry of Education. So, which of the following statements are correct? Here we have studied that yes, Vedic heritage, right? It is yes, Vedic heritage portal. It is by started by Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts (IN) and IGNCA. Indira Gandhi National Center of Arts. It is an autonomous organization under Ministry of Culture. So statement is wrong. It is autonomous organization under Ministry of Culture. So this statement is that education is wrong. So two option is wrong. First option is right. Next is Parvatmala scheme. It aims to develop ropeways in hilly areas of the country. The Ministry of Road Transport and Highways is the nodal ministry of the scheme. Which are the following statements? Yes, it is aimed to develop ropeways in, yes, both the statements are right with respect to Parvatmala scheme. So the discussion is complete here, and like this video and share this video and subscribe to VANIK-IAS. Thank you.